really talk about my life's passion and my life's work. I'm going to give you guys sort of just a really, really brief introduction to kind of set the stage and how I got to where I am. My name is David Miller, born and raised in Baltimore, now live in Washington, D.C., and have been a business owner for going on 12 years. I started my main company, which is the Urban Leadership Institute, based on some things that happened to me growing up. When I was a student at Morgan State University. My best friend was at Morehouse in Atlanta. He had come home during the summer of 1989, and we decided we were going to give a party. Some guys tried to rob us because we didn't have the money that they wanted. They started shooting. They shot my best friend in the back. He died in my arms. This was August 11th, 1989. And so I really started my business out of my own tragedy and out of my own story, being a young black male growing up in Baltimore. And so today what I'm going to talk about is being a social entrepreneur. Because I think that a lot of times, y'all, we have been classically conditioned to believe that we just need to make money for the sake of making money. And that's problematic. And the reason why that's problematic, ladies and gentlemen, is because our community is in trouble. And so we just don't have the luxury to make money just to make money. We have to make money to begin to rebuild and redefine what it means to be black or brown in America. And so my life's work is really around social entrepreneurship, and so everything that I do is really driven based on social causes. Now, be very clear. I make money. Don't get that twisted. I am a businessman, but I'm driven by social causes. And so my main company is the Urban Leadership Institute. Started in 1999 with a good brother by the name of Lamar Shields. We have a publishing company, and in our publishing company, we publish books that are designed to uplift black and brown families. And so we don't publish street fiction. We don't publish books with strange titles, pimps up, hoes down, street gangsters. That's not what we do. All of the books that we publish are really designed to improve the quality of life among children and families. We also do a lot of technical assistance and consulting. We have contracts and have had contracts with almost every conceivable entity in this country that you can think of that works with children and families. From on the federal government side, whether it's Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, to National Institute of Health, to Maternal Child Bureau. We work with many of the federal organizations. In the philanthropic world, we have worked with many of the larger foundations. And so what I really wanted to do is just talk a little bit more about the work, and then what I really want to do is take questions, because I don't think a lot of people really understand this whole goal or this whole idea around social entrepreneurship. So what I did was I put together a basic definition, and then I'm going to introduce you to some of my mentors or some of the leading social entrepreneurs in the field. Social entrepreneurship is really based on problem solving. So a lot of times when my parents try to explain to people what I do, because it's real hard for my mother. My mother just knows I do something and I'm not locked up. It's real hard for my mother to really explain what I do. I've tried, I've written stuff down, I've given it to them, but they don't really understand. Most of my friends, they really don't think I work. Most of my friends that I grew up with, they try to figure out, they get like, this dude don't be working. And so everything a social entrepreneur does is really around problem solving. I am sick and tired of seeing particularly black and brown people disproportionately go to prison, disproportionately be affected by almost every social ill that you can find. And so everything that I do is really around problem solving. And this is just a really, really basic definition. And again, I'll really read this pretty quickly. A social entrepreneur is someone who recognizes a social problem and uses business principles to organize, create, and manage ventures to make social change. And those ventures run the gamut, and I'll give you some examples of some of the kinds of ventures. Typically, entrepreneurs measure performance and profit and return. Social entrepreneurs assess their success in terms of their impact.